Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show. Your boy just lost power for a second, and before you guys already start, Sarge, why you look so... Man, I got bronchitis, but I'm going to soldier through this, man. Y'all go ahead and throw your shots at me. Get them out now, because we going to soldier on, man. But let everybody know we're on. Share it with a friend. It's your boy Sarge, Iron Elite Podcast Show. Let's go.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Sliding on my road glide, looking so fly, 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We Iron Elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Follow up, y'all the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it. I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know I hardly did it. I'm real naughty with it. My ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it? I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it. Backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, follow up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey, man, once again, happy Sunday and welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show. It's your boy Sarge, man. I'm sick. My computer's sick. The whole nine is sick today, man. I should have knew better. Man. I go open up my Mac today, and I see Microsoft Edge has updates. And me stupidly went for the updates. And as soon as you do the updates, that's when you know you're going to have problems in the StreamYard. I mean, you just know it, man. So I went through it today. They got your boy, but they won't get your boy the next time, man. But that's not the reason we're here. We're here for the I-10. I am going through it, man. I am going to get it together. I swear, y'all. I hope this is not going to be an issue, but we got it back up. I'm going to work with it as best I can, but it is my fault I allowed that to happen. But, man, let's take a couple seconds, man. I want to talk about a couple cool things that happened over the last 24, 48 hours, man. Shout out to my Titans, man. I've been watching my Titans get after it and get in. Man, first of all, the Great Reef, man, just finished up the IBR 11,000 mile challenge, 11,000 miles in 11 days, man. So let's do this for the Great Reef. Let's give him a Dom DeMarco. Man, Shaquilla Bussey just went on the round the world tour, man. I think she might have hit 55 states, man. She was all after it, visiting every state and meeting people and greeting people and showing love to people and people showing love to her. awesome job on her spectacular ride, man. As well as my girl, my sis, Doc J. She's on the 10 right now doing her Gold Star I-10 to the end. Sis, it is hot out there. I'm just telling you right now as we speak. I think she's in New Mexico getting Mexicoed out, man. It is hot as a dog out there. So shout out to her. Shout out to D Bell, man, for getting in, doing this thing, man. 11, again, the IBR for D Bell. Kinky Black. Who else we had on that? The Great Piper, man. Titan Award 2025. She's out there, man. Just got back home. All of them are made it home safe and sound. And if you ever wondered, real quick, Blayze, how are you, brother?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, the devil can't win today, man.
You're not gonna let him.
Bro, I took the bait. I took the new updates and should have knew better, man. Normally, I never do that crap. But we gonna soldier on, man. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us this evening. Hey, every once in a while, man, we used to say in the Marine Corps, the best laid plans go to hell once you hit the beach, man, because the enemy got guns too. And I'm
That's
just
right.
saying, man. So shout out to DJ D Ready, man. She's home visiting my mother-in-law, man. I got the baddest, best mother-in-law on the planet. Mama Cat. I saw them pictures, man. They was breaking bread and having fun and everything yesterday. But her husband was sitting here, man. I was dying, man. I was looking like Fred G7. The G stand for gone. I was just gone, man. But shout out to them, Joe
Come on.
fans. Shout out to you, my guy, my South Florida crew. Shout out to everybody who's coming on. If you guys would be so kind, reach up and hit the like button, man. Let us know that you're here and you're rock and rolling and you're ready for this show. So with that being said, fam, top of the evening, how are you, sir?
I'm great, and yourself?
Man, hey brother, I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm a fighter. Right now, I'm
Yeah,
playing the
you'll be
Rocky
good.
song behind me right now, but I'm
I
gonna
know
be
that's right.
okay, bro. I'm gonna be okay. But hey, we're here today to talk about another epic ride. My man Blayze, man, just came through. Just got back. You've been back what about a week now? A little over a week.
A little over a week, yes, sir.
Little over a week, bro. He had one of the smoothest rides, man. I saw him
Knock
out
on
there a
wood.
couple of times though. You were sitting underneath the gas station on the little tree. You wipe your Hey, but we gonna talk about it, man. It's hot out
Hot.
there, ain't it, sir?
It's hot out there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a little
Hey,
warm.
man. Hey, but he made it, man. Y'all see he's smiling, man. So it's doable. So,
Yes, sir.
so, 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 brother. First and foremost, before we get this thing going, let's take a couple minutes. Introduce yourself to everybody, man, and tell the world a little bit about you, if you don't mind.
Blayze out of Richmond, Virginia. Been riding for about since about 2012, so yeah, a couple years under my belt. Never went west before. That was actually my first trip west. I've been to Kentucky. That was my furthest west. If you want to classify that as being west, Midwest. But yeah, been up and down the East Coast plenty of times, 1,000 times. But just fairly, ready to make that trip.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, y'all heard him, man. He said Kentucky. It was as far west. Okay, I got to back up. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Hey, brother, you say Kentucky was as far west as you went. You went west,
Yes.
west this time.
Yeah,
You
a
went
little bit
real
further.
west this time.
just a little
Hey,
bit further.
hey, man, that's serious business, man. So let me ask you this, brother, before we even get into the need to the meat of this story. What made you want to go all the way across the country on your motorcycle? What made you want to do that?
Uh, so out in the club with Mr. Robert Wiley,
Okay.
also known as Peace,
Yeah.
and guy by the name David Williams. We go by Motor, and they do a lot of riding,
Yeah.
and I mean like four corners and
Yeah. Yeah.
that type stuff.
I'm
So
from the
once I
area.
found out, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So once I found that out, and I don't know, just seeing them do it, and I like to ride. I love to ride. So local was cool, but you know, bikes are meant to be rode, not towed.
From what I see from the TV, look like it's throwing me off, but not throwing you off. That's just interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and redo this whole thing after it's over. But very interesting, brother. I ain't gonna lie. So let me kind of put it this way. Did you have a lot of people work with you before starting, or is it just one of those things you say, "I'm a man this thing up"?
So about 2 years ago, I was supposed to do it with the same guy with Robert with Peace, and then it didn't happen. Life was happening. Then last year, I was supposed to go with Motor.
Mm-hmm.
Life happened.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this year I was supposed to go with Peace.
Mm.
Life happened for Peace.
Yeah.
So I guess I could say I had some coaching, but not a lot of different people.
Okay.
Just the same two
Okay.
who've done it before. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
yeah.
so you had some real experienced guys giving you some real
Yes, sir.
game. The only
Some
thing
good
they could
tips.
the only thing they couldn't do was twist the throttle for you.
Correct. He's doing it for me.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
couldn't
Sit
twist
in the
that
seat.
throttle. Okay, so from the time I think when you and Peace were getting ready to do this thing, was it you guys were planning on doing it together, and then all of a sudden at the last minute he couldn't do it, so you had to
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead and go by yourself. How much
Yeah.
time did you give yourself to prepare for this ride?
Uh, I think I left at 7 a.m. and I decided about,
No,
and
no,
I
no.
got off
I
the phone
mean, I
with you.
mean, I mean, in
No. Oh,
how much time
there
did you
you go.
give yourself to prepare as far as like,
Like total.
yeah, total time?
Well, so that's how I started because I was supposed to do it last year. So money's just carried over. So I was ready from last year, this year.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I had. So I took off vacation last year again when it didn't happen for this year.
okay, okay.
So literally
So
a year.
realistically, you've been preparing for a while. Yeah,
Correct.
you've been
Yes, sir.
preparing. Okay, so it
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
really nothing to it but to do it. Okay,
Correct. Correct.
okay.
Correct. Now
So
the
we
curveball was Peace not making it a couple of days
okay,
before.
okay, okay. I ain't gonna lie, that probably was a big curveball. You were like,
A
man,
huge curveball, Sarge.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love to ride, but you talking about going across country by yourself
yeah,
now.
yeah,
When the
yeah.
furthest you've pretty much been was Kentucky.
Yeah. Hey, this is one of the times when you're asking yourself, okay, am I ready if something go wrong? Do I
I
have
trust my
my
machine,
is my machine running good enough? Do I have enough emergency cash? Is that when you're really asking yourself those hard questions?
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir, and a
yeah,
thousand more.
yeah. I bet.
Because, like you said, you hear stories
Oh
but
yeah,
until you get into Arizona or New Mexico, and it's literally nothing. Man, when
yeah.
I say it was nothing, like, yo, it
Oh
was
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. And then, like I said again, you get ready to take this ride by yourself. And some would say the wintertime is the worst time. I beg to differ. I actually think that the summer is the toughest. The toughest.
Really.
There's pockets of the winter that can be pretty. I think the summertime is the toughest time to do it. Okay, so let's take it from the top. We get down to Jacksonville. What day did we leave? Did you leave on a like a? You left like on a
I,
Monday. Was it like a Monday or a Tuesday
I,
morning?
I left Sunday morning.
Okay, Sunday morning. Because I
Yes, sir.
remember talking to you the night before. It was like a last
Correct.
minute thing. It was the night.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, I remember that. I remember some guy called me on the phone. I'm like, huh? He's
Like
like,
9 o'clock
yeah,
at night.
yeah, like 9 o'clock at night. But I say, well, if he
That's funny.
if I can't figure this thing out, man, I'm gonna try.
Oh,
I'm gonna
we'll
try to
work
do
through
this
it.
on the road, man. Yeah, this just sucks. This is like yuck. Okay, so we take off Sunday morning. We push. We know what the weather's gonna look like. Am I correct?
Yeah, it was spotty.
Okay, okay. So what was your plan? What was your plan? Does
Uh,
if you talking, I can still see you on my secondary screen. So if you're making a thought, continue a thought. I'll catch back up with you. Well, what was your plan? Your first leg of the trip?
So I pretty much stuck with the plan that me and Peace I came up with the month prior, from Jacksonville, going to Pound to Texas, Houston. So that was the first leg.
That was the first leg. Any issues? Any problems with that first? Because was that the longest you pounded in one straight ride? Well, no, Richmond from Jacksonville is about that much. No,
No,
it ain't that far. No, it
I've
ain't that
I've
far.
I've came from Key West home.
Okay, okay,
So and then Daytona home.
okay.
So it's
So
still like
long distance is really not that big of a deal
no.
because you've done 1,000 mile legs
Oh yeah.
before. Am I
Oh yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yes sir. Yes,
So
sir.
so for those that don't know, from Jacksonville to Houston, what we're talking maybe 880 somewhere
I was
around
gonna say
there.
yes sir. Something
Yeah,
like
880.
906, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
that's a good ride coming out the gate for the first day. That's a
Yes
very
sir.
good ride.
Uh, ran into a little weather,
Hmm.
like 30 minutes of rain in what's that, Alabama, and then about an hour's worth of rain in Mississippi, something like that. But not too bad for for what it could be that time of year.
Hmm. Okay. 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 So first day, other than just hot weather, a little spotty rain, I think it wasn't too much to see or talk about. Any issues on the road? Anything that you had to navigate or deal with?
No, it wasn't bad because gas stations were still plentiful.
Yeah, yeah. Because and the reason why I asked that was because I just had some of my guys just went through last week, and we had an unfortunate incident where they were doing some construction outside of Louisiana, and the road was uneven grooved, and
Oh,
yeah,
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 one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
bikes
Nah,
had an issue. Yeah, so I was
nah.
just kind of curious, did they have that going on when you went through?
Yeah, it was a little construction around there. You are right, but it wasn't. I just kept on getting it. Wasn't bad.
Very good. And the area that we're talking about, folks, is this was maybe 30, 40 miles outside of Lafayette, if I got it correctly. That they had a lot of new pavement they put down. Be
Hmm.
careful of those grooves on the highway. They will get
Yes,
you
sir.
every time.
I
And
hate it.
sometimes, depends on what the state is, sometimes they're very, very uneven.
Hmm.
Some people say, "Hey, hit it hard with the front tire and come on over, and you'll be okay." Some just say, "Leave it the heck alone." I say, "Leave it the heck alone."
Heck hello. Yep.
Don't even risk. Don't even play with it. Okay, so after the first day, we knocked that out. We get to Houston. I'm sure confidence is starting to build, and you're starting to figure out, "Hey, man, I could do this."
Yeah, yeah. The little nervousness wearing off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your videos. You were kind of speaking just a little bit better. Yeah,
Because
you. Yeah,
as I'm telling you,
yeah.
Sarge, I literally didn't decide to go. I called you about 9 o'clock, 9:30. I wasn't, it's not that I wasn't going to go, but that's a long ways to go by yourself, first time So me and Peace talked about it, and Peace, kept encouraging me to do it, and you're gonna regret it if you don't do it. You already took off of work and yada yada yada. So I was like, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
right.
gonna go.
You're right. You're right.
So yeah.
Anything at this point, the first part of the leg, was anything that made you think, man, maybe I should have prepared a little bit more, or no, I think I'm okay. I got this.
Not prepared a little bit more. I was just nervous about, to be honest with you, like hotel costs,
Mm,
because my anticipating on splitting up. Now I'm solo,
yeah, yeah, that is
and I
right.
don't stay in no. You know what I'm saying? Roach motels.
Yeah, you wasn't staying at no slasher movie hotels, huh?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, some of my boys they'll do slasher hotels. Your boy can't
Nah,
do.
it's too long to be pounding 13, 14 hours or what may have you to have to worry about, if the bathroom going to be legit, if the linen is going to be clean, or
Right.
my bike going to be safe.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
was my big worry, especially in LA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Hey, so okay, so let me ask this: so how was the hotel situation for you there?
Oh, not a problem actually.
Wasn't bad.
Um, I did have a little, hangouts out front, but nothing new on the road. Yeah, I welcomed it.
Okay.
Somebody to talk to. I was hanging outside, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
wasn't bad.
Okay. So the first day we shut it down. We in Houston. What time we make it to Houston? What time we get there?
Oh, I think I got their time like 9 o'clock. Yeah, by 9 o'clock.
About 9 o'clock. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Somebody asked one day, ULC said, "What mods do you have on your bike, if any? Do you have any mods on your bike?"
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you straight stock, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Hey man, a great motorcycle rider told me, man, when you're gonna be riding like this, man, you should stay stock anyway. And I
Uh,
don't know, man. I have to have a little bit of something on the bike, but
a little off.
yeah, a little something on it. Yeah, if you don't mind, tell
Yeah.
everybody what you're rocking on.
I got a 22 Road Glide Limited.
Okay, a limit. I'm glad you
Hmm.
said that because we got some questions. We got some questions coming up about that limited, but okay, and everything's stock on it, and you ran pretty good. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get into it now. I want to ask a limited question. Okay, so you got a 20. So did the 22 have a TPMS system on it, or did it?
Yes, sir.
It has a TPMS. Were
Yes,
you
sir.
have any issues with the TPMS system on your?
Mm, Knock on wood. Don't jinx me, Sarge. But so far, I just got this bike. Actually, last May a year. I picked it up in Houston, Texas, actually, and I rode it home from Houston back home.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, no, I haven't had it, but 13 months,
Okay,
but I
very
haven't had
good,
no issues
very
yet.
good. Because I'm just gonna tell you this now. I've got a 23 Road Glide Limited, and I've had to replace two rear wheel sensors on it, two in 2 years. It is
Mm.
just something about it when it gets really hot, man. It's just something about it.
So I was watching one of your videos, and I see you was having, well, not
T-
having trouble, but you was talking about your tire
tire
pressure.
pressure. Yeah, yeah,
I had the same issue coming home.
yeah. I got the devil on that, man. I won't throw no smacks on that. But when you I'm just I'm gonna say this, man, because I'm sick and I can do it. I'm gonna say this, man. For all you superstars, and I know you guys, some of you guys really do think you're superstars, but I'm gonna tell you eventually, if that tire gets tight enough, that PSI gets high enough, you're riding on a bomb.
Sir, Sarge, I've never had my bike said rear tire pressure said high.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it said was high.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately pulled over and deflated that a little bit
Mm.
because it just said high. So yeah, I was a little nervous about that because when I actually got to LA, it said I needed air, so I put a little bit in it, said it was okay. And then when I left LA and I got I don't want to lie to you, I might have been in New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
pounding Albuquerque,
Mm-hmm.
and it said hi, and I was like, now let me let some out.
Mm-hmm. You know, uh, I thought about that uh, a couple times, and I did get some calls on that, and that was something I really wanted to start making folks uh, aware of. Riding in the severe heat like that, I don't know what it is, man, but it was just weird this time around with
Yeah,
with
never
with tire
experienced it.
pressure, and I understand for some of you that want to give me the third grade physical science lesson. I understand tires expand in the heat and they deflate in the cold. I get it. I get it. I got that great. I got that lesson in third grade. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, ride your ride, and when it comes to riding your ride, your degree of comfortability is the only thing that counts. is the only thing
Only,
that counts. If
only
you're
two
being
tires
given,
between me and that pavement.
that
So
there it is. If you're getting signs and you choose to deal with it, good for you. If you're getting signs and you choose not to deal with it, then we all grown out here. We're all grown out here. You have to make real grown folks decision on getting your behind back to your family safe and sound. Is that about fair?
that's accurate. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man, I'm just putting it like it is. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the second day, man, we leave in Houston. You got a little
Man,
confidence on us. What we doing? What we doing? Where we at? And how's it
come,
going?
man, Sarge. We wake up. I woke up about 5:30, and when I said the bottom, I looked at the radar and it was yellows and reds and greens. Oh my!
Mm-hmm.
I laid it back down.
right,
I'm now. I don't mind getting caught in the rain,
right. But you
but
ain't
it's
starting it
difference
right.
between I'm not. I wait,
Yeah.
especially if it's going to an hour, 2 hours. I give you that. Now we talking 4 5 hours. Okay, we might just have to start pushing through that. But when I looked at that, and it said it was going to be out of there 7:30 ish. So I think I left about 7:05, 7:10, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grounds were still wet.
Yeah.
I made the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still flooded.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. If I look outside the hotel room, unless I'm in a hurry, I
Yeah.
might look out there and say, yeah, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna chill a little bit, man. But I'm just like you, man. Once I get wet, it is what it is, and
It
we gonna
is.
soldier through it. But I ain't
Yes,
gonna
sir.
lie, I am gonna think twice. If I'm in a dry
Correct.
spot right now, and I ain't got, I'm gonna think a little twice on me. Unless it's
Yeah.
like some small little misting shower. If it's a misting shower, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and push on through that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was coming on down. So I just
yeah.
waited. Like I
Okay.
said, it wasn't going nowhere. I got 7 days. Well, 6 more days.
Facts. So going through Western Texas.
Yeah. Leaving Houston was different. When I, when I left Houston, things changed for Massage. That's when I said to myself, "Oh, I see what everybody who's done this ride." Because that's when, to me, I feel like that's when gas stations started changing up a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like getting to Houston.
Yeah. Things got a little bit more sparse.
Yes,
It wasn't a gas station on every other mile. Of
correct.
course. Well, for those, of course, we call that area back there the Gauntlet, and we call it a Gauntlet for those who are out there, not because it's the devil's highway. It ain't all that stuff. It's just back there. It's very rural, and things are very far from each other.
Yes,
Hospitals, dealerships, mechanics,
yes,
gas stations. So back there, if you make a mistake, it's multiplied time.
yes. And it's funny you touched on that because, like you said, that was leaving, going that far by myself. That was, of course, financial aspect of it by myself, but my machine
Hmm.
and not being out there before. And I'm riding, and I'm like, well, there's nothing around here in case something happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
please don't break down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah.
Hey, that's the time when you really start thinking about your machine and say, "Is my machine ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Did I
Yes,
do
sir.
as much maintenance on my bike as I needed to have?"
I put 2 tires on it,
Hmm.
Sarge, before I left Richmond, and I paid the. I hate to say it, but I paid the dealership to just go ahead and go through it,
Yeah.
just in case.
Don't blame
I
you.
never been cross country.
Don't blame you.
So that's what Peace was saying. I regret it because I put all that money in my machine,
Hmm.
and if I just come down to Jacksonville, I was going to go to Selma and go to Tennessee,
Hmm.
and then go on back home.
Hmm.
And Peace was like, "Nah, man, go ahead and there's nothing but a ride. I'm with you in spirit, God with you. It's just a ride." I was like, "Man, all right, I'm going. I'm just gonna go." So yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay. I Bro, this is the every once in a while on a show, I've done some 300 some non-shows. Every once in a while, I get taught a new lesson. Today I'm getting my butt kicked today. I'm getting a
That's all right.
brand new lesson.
You know about them
It,
updates.
yeah, it do, man. It do. So okay, so we uh we get how far did we get to say?
So the second day I pounded to El Paso, Texas. Um, I think it was, I can't remember. You know better than I do. I don't remember. It's 800 some miles, something like that. But I do, I know it was another 13, 14 hour day. I remember that when I got there, it was dark.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So
Stayed in El Paso.
any problems at all? That was El Paso, right? Okay,
Hmm.
any problems at all from Houston to El Paso except it just being a long behind day?
Just the heat. Just the heat.
Just the heat.
Like
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
adjusted to the heat. Yeah.
yeah. I bet about then it was starting to get really really hot.
Well, yeah, and I couldn't find my face covering.
Mm,
So my face was a little burnt.
yeah,
With suntan, lotion, everything.
yeah. You can still see my skin right now, man. Yeah, I still look at that desert heat out there, man, and I stayed covered up the majority of the time. But brother, it was brutal. Uh,
Brutal.
and
So,
I'm gonna be honest to say, I'm gonna tell everybody, man. Your boy Sarge was slipping on his pimping because lately,
hmm.
I go across the country every year, but I got the cheat code. When I go across in the
What's the cheat
springtime or
code?
the fall, the springtime or the fall time, you can't mess up that weather. Cool mornings, cool nights, mild
Oh,
days.
oh yeah.
Yeah, homie, the summertime will humble you. Cause I hadn't done it in the summertime since 2020. And
Mm,
holy, I
totally
said,
different.
yo, yeah, man. I was telling everybody, I said, bro, I hadn't experienced that kind of heat, man, since I was in Kuwait. I want to say Kuwait,
Wow.
Iraq, Afghanistan, that kind of heat, man, was like just a blowtorch coming out there. So I'm just telling everybody, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Blayze, wrap your neck.
Oh, most definitely. And I have gloves, which I learned they have the little Harley cutout on them. You almost could still see the Harley sign in my hand that was burnt into my skin, the emblem. It was probably like that
Oh yeah,
upside down.
mine too.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine too. As
crazy.
you can see, you see my hands, lip.
Something brutal.
StreamYard is telling me to refresh and open up a tab. I opened up a tab. I thought I had the solution, and hell, is even worse this time. But
Mm.
okay, so we getting to El Paso.
We in El Paso, yes, sir.
We're in day two now. We really feeling confident because let's be honest, the hardest part of the ride is over. Am I correct?
Next stop, Sarge.
Next up, talk
L.A.
to us.
L.A.
How was it going from El Paso into California? Because you took it all the way to
And
California. Am I right?
it was long, man.
Long.
It was long. It felt long.
Yeah, that's closer. That's about a thou wow.
It felt long, Sarge.
Yeah, that's an
Like
all day get out. You right.
if it wasn't for time going back, you know, it was an all day. Like yeah, yeah.
Cause what time did you leave El Paso?
I don't want to lie. I think El Paso was like 6:30, 6ish,
In the
something
morning?
like that. Yeah, it wasn't too early.
Homie.
I didn't get a good.
Hey, you got to IE in the middle of rush hour traffic, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yo, so
yes, yes.
experience about that. I
Mm,
tell everybody. I'm on the 10. Literally, it's like 5, 6 o'clock, 5:30, I think it was. I'm in
mm,
traffic. Guy came by and scared the bejesus out of me because I didn't know about lane splitting.
mm.
When I was just sitting there and he came by on his Harley and I looked over like, oh, you can do that here?
Facts. You ain't know that?
No,
Man,
sir. Mm-mm.
man.
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, I heard about it. I just didn't know it was legal. You know what I'm saying? Like people tell you can do certain things, but you know, I just don't trust everybody's word. So once I seen it with my own eyes, and I seen another guy doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, so it must be legal.
Yeah. Definitely legal.
Mm.
So how was it? How was it feeling splitting lanes and have to deal with traffic?
Tight, nervous.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I don't do it. You can't do that on the East Coast.
No, you can't. You can't. I'd like to
So
see the East Coast do it one day, man. And I get it in California. It's just too much motor vehicle traffic for motorcycles to be held up on the highway. You
man, it
know,
was packed.
in a traffic jam, that could be a fatality, man. You can have a biker, heat
Excuse me.
exhaustion, or even if a bike breaks down on the highway, that could be a real safety issue.
Yes,
You
sir.
really,
Yes,
yeah, you
sir.
really need to get bikes off the highway, and they've got enough vehicles. And I was taught, one bike, two bikes is equivalent to one car,
One car.
so it's easier to get bikes in and out of traffic. And
Yes, sir.
for the most part out there, is it fair to say most of them understand the mission and they'll let you get on? That's
Hey,
just
and
an
I was about to
unexpected
say,
thing.
yes, sir. That shocked me a lot because they was actually making room as I was coming up. So it was pretty cool to see, some friendly drivers in downtown LA. Oh, not downtown. But yeah.
I'm still going down, but okay. So you were saying that they were actually making room as you were coming up, we coming
Yes,
through.
sir. Pretty
Okay,
cool.
okay, awesome deal.
And I tell you another thing that when we talking about LA, when I got to, I can't remember the name. It started with an O. Ontio, Onico, something. As soon as I was coming into California, I hit this town. Had a bunch of windmills and stuff in there.
Palm Springs.
I started with an O, Sarge.
Uh,
It started with an O.
okay,
But anyway,
Desert Palm,
gas
Palm Springs. Okay.
$6.51
Yeah,
for
welcome to
just
California,
regular.
man.
Yeah, I was like, hold
Welcome to
up, what?
California.
Time out. Hold up. What we doing here? And that's not even premium. I was like, man, somebody help me out here. You gotta be messing with me. It's a prank.
Yeah,
Somebody pranking me.
yeah. No, welcome to California, big dog.
Yes, sir. It was a shot. It was a shot. Slice of pizza was $10.50. What?
Man, I am catching the devil. But yeah, California's gonna get it up out you, man. They getting every dollar, every dime, and
Every
and it's
dime.
cheaper, and it's cheaper gas.
That's what I
It's
heard.
cheaper gas.
Don't have as
S-
many additives or something.
Hey, so check this out. So once you again you get into Cali, I know you're feeling 6 feet tall at this point.
Can't stop smiling.
Yeah, because what you just did was strong. What you just did was
So,
strong.
Sarge, let me tell all the listeners one thing.
Okay, let's do it.
Don't rush.
Mm,
I feel like I rushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, take advantage of the time. You do have, what, 6, 7 days to do it?
got 7 days.
7 days. Yeah. So I didn't stop and I should have stopped at San Antonio, seen the Alamo,
Yeah.
uh, something. You know what I mean? But I was just so focused on my destinations that it was just like, let's go. So next time I do it,
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. This was my sixth trip. I'm gonna just tell you this. You have to be laser focused on that. When I'm gonna give you grace the first time by yourself because you really focus on just making it.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The next time, especially if you ride with somebody, make sure that you guys are aligned. Because if you have a person that's focused on the destination and you focus on the journey, it's gonna bump heads.
Yes,
And
sir.
and I do agree, especially the older we get, rushing across the country from point A to point uh, B to me is just I don't get it. If you're in a hurry,
Yeah.
if you're in a hurry, catch your airplane, catch your airplane. If you want to enjoy all the beauties of the ride and what this country has to offer behind the handlebars, make sure you got enough PTO time to enjoy the ride. Because if you zipping across and zipping back, man,
What you do it
yeah,
for?
what you doing it for? You know, what you
Correct.
doing it for? I agree with you. Well, brother, let's do this. Let's do this before we go into our last segment. So here's a picture of us in Santa Monica Pier looking like a tourist. Let's do this. Yeah, looking like a tourist. Everybody already know who you are because they
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
see enough
yeah,
motorcycle riders come through there. We looking like a
yeah.
straight up tourist
Straight up
at
tourist.
night, but we feeling good about ourselves. We feeling accomplished.
Yes, sir. I actually had to get it was three guys coming off the pier, three young guys, and they was taking pictures and stuff. I was like, man, y'all mind helping me out? I had to throw it in. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, make it seem I'm from the other side of the world.
Yeah, man, we got rider 326 at this point that just completed this ride. So,
Yes,
brother, let's
sir.
take it. Let's take it into home. Let's do this. Let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna give you the floor. And even if you lose me, it's no problem because we're not gonna lose you on the stream.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Like I said, I want you to take your time and tell us really what you got out of the ride and what things that you want to leave us with. If you lose me off the stream, don't even trip. Just keep talking because I'll still be able to hear you and I'll refresh. But I want you to take this time to get your thoughts off. So let's do it if you don't mind. What was the good, the bad, the ugly, and your takeaways?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Um, the good for me per se was that I overcame a hurdle that I didn't personally think that there's nothing I think I could do it by myself. It's just that I was nervous to do it by myself. That's a lot of miles to put down by yourself, going somewhere you've never been before, doing something you've never done before. Um, so to me, that was the good part of the good. I accomplished the goal, a bucket list item. Um, the bad, I don't know. The bad, if I had to say, is that I didn't prepare as far as my thermos wasn't big enough. I think I was in, I don't want to lie to you, Sarge. I might have been in Oklahoma when I was coming back and I got a bigger thermos from Harley for only $25. I think it was like 24 ounces. I think I started with like a little 16. And yeah, I was sucking that down. But once I got to LA, I kind of just was so, doing the tour
Yeah,
and being a
yeah,
tourist,
yeah, I
I
peeped it.
didn't
Yeah, I
focus
peeped
on
it.
that
Yeah, I
until
peeped
I
it.
got back coming home. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, you never got another bigger bottle.
yeah.
So, yeah. So
Look at
that was the
here.
bad.
Yeah, look at here.
Well, maybe that
Straight
might
up.
be about ugly. Because the bad part, I think I would say is I did it. Not that I did it by myself, is that I did it by myself. Because I
Right.
have my buddy that I do a lot of this traveling with, Neo. And me and him, we go everywhere together. And he actually just went to California like 2 weeks before me. But schedules didn't line up. So that would be the bad, is that I actually did it by myself, even though the good is that I did it by myself. I know it's contradicting, but
No, I get
like
it.
you said, when you do something like that, because I'm like you said, I'd rather stop, smell the roses, explore. But first day I was just so focused on destination, then I'm there.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was probably the bad. That was by myself,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
couldn't explore like I wanted
Well,
or should have.
what kind of encouragement do you have to for the rider who's sitting now right now that's watching my bad stream? No problems on you, but my bad stream.
I lost you. Encouragement. Real talk. If you're so, I like to ride. I love to ride. I'm
Hmm.
content with myself. I'm content with being in my own head. The time in the seat does not bother me. It's just the fear factor of the unknown of going that far. You know, not knowing.
Yeah.
So, advice that I would give is the same advice Peace gave me. You're gonna regret it if you don't do it.
Mm.
Like if you got your machine right, pockets right, time off of work, don't let somebody else not being able to go
Hmm.
stop you from going.
Man, I think that's fantastic advice. And I'm gonna say this, man. A great friend of mine told me a long time ago. I mean, this is years ago. He said, "Sarge, motorcycling is a team sport with individual players." And what he meant by that is, look, man, if you're gonna twist the throttle and you're gonna ride your ride and you're gonna enjoy everything that motorcycling has to offer, you can't be afraid. Do it by yourself.
So yeah,
If yeah, if you can do it with a group, cool. But if that group can't do it, you got to be willing to do
that's right. Totally agree. 100%. I ain't gonna say I wasn't nervous, but yeah, just get out and do it.
it. Is that fair?
Yes, sir. Totally fair.
Well, let me say this, Blayze. You're rider number 326, man. Let me give you a Dom DeMarco. Hey,
Thank you,
brother,
sir.
thank you for caring enough to share your ride with us. And it's
Oh, yes,
because
sir.
of people like you, we become better motorcycle riders, man. Thank you for understanding the mission. Thank you for being selfless to show
Yes,
us
sir.
how it was done. And what I love most important, because you were willing to show us, you were going to show us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Is that fair, homie?
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes, sir.
not
All the way
everybody
around.
brave enough to do that. Not everybody brave enough to do that,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
brother, what's next from here? Where you go from here?
Canada.
Right on,
We're going to Canada Labor Day weekend.
right on.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna cross that border on twos.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir. So
hey,
that's next.
man, y'all motorcycle riders get on my nerves, man. The bar just keeps going up and up and up. And somebody said to me, they said, Sarge, they were talking about some other folks, if you get my drift. They were talking about what the other folks are doing. And I said, no
Mm-hmm.
offense, I don't care about the other
With
folks.
them.
I
That's
care
right.
about us and what we're doing. I care about
Yes,
what
sir.
we're doing. And I'm going to keep celebrating us doing what we're doing. Now, if the other folks want to get on board with us, come on, there's more room. But I care
Moral.
about what we're doing right now.
That's right.
And
Yes, sir.
nobody can
I'm
tell
with you
me
now.
different. Nobody can tell me different. We're the home of some of the greatest motorcycle riders on the history of this planet. Is that fair, bro?
I'm with you. Yes, sir.
Hey, we don't have to be the greatest. We just gonna keep getting better because we're gonna
And what we
continue to
do.
educate ourselves, one
That's right.
another, and we're gonna love
That's
on
right.
one another, and we're gonna reach out to one another when we ain't doing something good. We're gonna
Each
reach out
one
to one
teach
another when we
one.
do something. Each one teach one. So, my
Yes, sir.
brother, hey, any last words before we let you get back to your evening?
If you haven't been to Lorraine Hotel Motel,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Memphis, Tennessee,
right on
go check it out.
that
I hit
part.
that on the way home off of 40.
Learn a little
Yes,
something
sir.
about the history.
Yes, sir.
Right
Yes, sir.
on. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Thank you too, Sarge, for what you do, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, my guy. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate my job was easy. All I had to do was watch you. Yeah, yeah.
That's,
You didn't tell me about that butt whipping I was having coming right behind you.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was tough.
yeah,
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 you got it.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell anybody, man. I went up top and took the 70
Uh-huh.
and then eventually took the 80. Homie, as far as weather, it ain't no comparison. Ain't no comparison.
Really.
It weather-wise, it was so much easier up top.
Yeah, I
So
want to
much
hit
easier.
that South Dakota, North Dakota.
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
next year.
Yeah. Hey, it's out there. The only thing I would say to anybody who's getting before I was rudely interrupted, the only thing I would say is anybody's going to make that move, you have to plan your hotel stays strategically. You do not need to be out there at late night, cross country
Yeah.
trapping out there. The live animals are just too freaking big.
Oh, real quick before you get off, Sarge, I left OKC was the earliest I left. I left OKC Saturday morning, paddling to Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I left the hotel at 4:30 a.m. When I say it was a deer in the right lane, the slow lane, and I was in the middle lane, when he lifted his head up and I saw them eyes,
Yeah,
I could
buddy.
almost touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would say, make your trip a little slower.
yeah,
Trip a little slower. I would say pound from, maybe 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to about 6 p.m. and call it a day, man. Because it's just too
yeah.
much stuff out there and it's too rural. If something crazy happens to you out there, man, you're in a tough spot.
I live and I learn on that one.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
tell you that.
Well, brother. Well, brother, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking it like a G with this stream, man. The stream
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
let me
of
be.
course.
This stream wouldn't let me be. Wouldn't let me be
Great.
great today, man. It sucks.
Yes,
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for anybody out there. I'm gonna say this. This shirt here, man, it was I've had this shirt for 3 years, and I ride across every year with this shirt. I'm telling you now, it was the bomb to wear the shirt. I wore the shirt. I was gone. I was on the road about 9 days. I ain't gonna lie. I damn near wore the color off it. I was able to go in the bathroom, wash it up, hang it up.
Stay dry. Yeah.
By the next morning, it was dry or almost dry. I
Yeah.
took on a ride, and even if it wasn't fully dry, by the time
It
the
get
first 30
dry.
minutes on the bike, it was dry.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
rocked and rolled, man. So make sure whatever, especially my riders get ready to come up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 riders on the road. Matter of fact, a couple times they text me during the stream, but I got 4 riders on the road. Let's keep them in our prayers, man. Let's cheer
Yes,
them
sir.
on, because anybody who's made this ride know this is not child's play. This is grown folk stuff.
Grown man
And I don't
business.
care how
Yes,
many
sir.
times you do it. Hey, man, ain't nothing get you out of the miles. You got to pay that tax, homie. Is that fair?
That's absolutely fair.
Hey, Blayze, we're going to let you go, man. I appreciate you, sir. Hey,
Thank
man,
you,
enjoy
Sarge.
yourself. Enjoy the family. Sit your butt down for a while, man, because you
Yes,
got
sir.
some ride to do coming this fall, man. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, my guy. Take care, man. God bless.
Thank you. You too.
Peace. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Okay, there you have it, man. Rider 326, Duane Butler, man. Blayze just went across, and he was great. Unlike this stream, that's just flat out terrible. So I don't know, man. Man, I'm gonna get off the stream because I cannot take it no more, man. My computer is about as sick as I am, man. So in the meantime, in between time, man, y'all keep your motorcycling, you dig? Peace.
Hey now, it's your girl Piper, the 2025 Iron Elite Female Titan, and you're now tuned in to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast Show, home of the Ground Pounders Reunion and the Coast to Coast Run, the social experiment, where motorcycling is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You dig? Now like, share, subscribe, and follow for all things motorcycling, and I'll see you on the sled.
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite Podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.